The step-back jumper has been part of the NBA for decades. Kiki Vandeweghe popularized the move in the 1980s, Michael Jordan perfected it in the 1990s, and countless all-stars have all built on it in the years since. They all primarily step back from mid-range until James Harden. He pushed the limits to three-point land, inspiring a whole new generation of players. One of them, Luka Doncic, who entered the NBA in 2018 taking step-back threes with regularity. Of all of Luka's attempted threes in his career, 57% of them have been step-backs. It's his standard three-pointer. Even though Luka placed 4th in MVP voting in 2020, it was clear he had room to improve as a shooter. He made only 31.7% of his step-back threes. He hit some big ones, but he wasn't nearly as accurate as Harden. In 2021, however, Luka is shooting better than ever at 38.1% on his step-back threes. It's become a truly dominant shot. On today's episode of The Void, let's analyze Luka's step-back and how he's using it to power the Mavericks. Luka unleashes his step-back all the time from all over the court, whether it's from the right wing or when using a screen and getting to the left wing. When a defender drops to the paint, he can slam on the brakes into a relaxed step back. And when there's a switch, he can dance to create just a sliver of space, whether it's against a big man or against an all-defensive team player like Jason Tatum. Luka uses the step back even when he doesn't have to, like here he crosses over Marcus Smart and he could take a pull-up, but he still steps back to create the extra space. He occasionally uses this move when dribbling off of his right hand, which can throw a defender off rhythm, but most of his step backs come with the ball in his left hand using a hang dribble, or sometimes he'll use an in and out with his left before sliding backward. This season, he has mastered the Harden double step back where he gathers the ball and then takes 2 steps into his shot. There's nothing a defender can do about that. Nobody, not even Harden, takes step backs from deeper than Luka. This season, his step back threes are from an average distance of 27.3 feet, which is the deepest in recorded history according to Second Spectrum tracking data. The 33-footer he took in the closing minutes against the Celtics is his deepest step back of the season. Usually when players like Dame and Steph shoot from deep, they're pulling up. What Harden and Luka do is different with the step back. The volume of their step backs is actually unmatched. This season, they're both the only players in the league taking over 5 step back threes per game, and they're the only 2 players to ever attempt more than 3 step backs per game, period. Since Luka is stretching the limits of his jumper, it only makes it harder for defenders to stop him, because now they need to worry about respecting his shot way behind the arc, and that can only open up driving lanes for him to get into the paint to score or to create plays for his teammates. While watching Luka, I often find myself thinking that defenders have no idea what he's going to do with the ball, especially when he's dribbling it with his left hand. So I'm going to show you 5 plays and pause the video right before Luka makes his move. Try to put yourself in the head of the defender and guess whether Luka is driving to the basket or stepping back for 3. And let me know in the comments how many you got correct. Here's play number 1. Luka's defended by PJ Tucker, takes a dribble to his left, and what do you think? Drive or step back? It's a drive for a lob dunk. You can see Luka uses the defender's momentum against them. As soon as Tucker's left foot moves forward as if he's going to contest Luka, Luka's gone to the basket. Here's play number 2. He's defended by Robert Covington and gets switched onto Enes Kanter. Does Luka drive or step back? It's a drive for a layup. There's really only so much you can do if you're a big on a switch against Luka. He's so crafty with the ball, it's unpredictable what he's gonna do with it, and oftentimes he'll spin you around. And for the 3rd play, Luka brings the ball up the floor while defended by Nick Batum. So does he drive or step back? Batum did not guess step back. This is a good example of how the entire defense is thinking about Luka. Notice Kawhi Leonard, he's near the nail, the middle of the free throw line, because he's trying to prevent Luka from driving to the basket, so he just takes the step back. In play number 4, Clint Capella is on Luka during a transition cross match. Does he drive or step back? It's a drive and a dish to a cutting Kristaps Porzingis. Much like the Kanter play, there's only so much Capella can do here. Everybody on defense needs the help, and they do, but that means Luka's able to find somebody else. Play number 5, our last one, we have Jeff Green on an island defending Luka. Is it a drive or a step back? It's a drive, and he faked with the left again, this time from mid-range on his way to the rim. I love this play because it's a good example of why defending Luka requires constant attention. Every single move that he has could lead to a shot or a drive to the rim, and Jeff Green does a pretty solid job, and yet Luka still gets a quality layup attempt. When the ball is in Luka's left hand, there's no knowing where he's going to go with it. This play here sums up the challenge in defending Luka. He goes with the hezzy and then another hezzy, and he drives on Jaylen Brown, who does a nice job containing him, but at that point he just kicks it out, gets the ball back, goes for the switch to get Daniel Tice on him, and at that point just does a little dancing to create space for his clutch step-back three-pointer. Luka belongs in the MVP conversation, producing the way he has this season. He's carried this team through adversity all year long with KP injuries, teammates missing games due to COVID health and safety protocols, and a constantly changing rotation. The Mavericks aren't finals favorites, but Luka does lead a strong group with some knockdown shooters and some hard-nosed defenders. Moving forward, Luka needs to prove he can sustain these shooting numbers, but he's given no reason to doubt him based on his year-to-year improvements ever since he was a teenager. The wild part is, at only 22 years old, Luka still has so much room to grow. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of The Void, and a special thanks to Dylan, Berkey, Ronick there, and our entire team for putting this episode together. Please do us a small little favor. Give this video a like, subscribe to The Ringer, and share the video with your friends who love the NBA. Thank you again for watching. Hope you have a fun day.